Hi friends, I hope you're having an inspiring day. So I wanted to switch things up today and do a little bit of a heart-to-heart type video with you guys in celebration of us almost being at 30,000 strong here on YouTube. Isn't that right, Sim? Are we so happy to see everybody? In celebration of 30,000 almost of you guys here in the Inspire family, I wanted to do this sit down with you guys and kind of just share more of my life behind the fashion scenes. So one of the biggest things that I struggled with joining this online space, and even well before that, were insecurities. And I feel like all of us have insecurities of some sort. There's always going to be something that you don't necessarily love about yourself or your body or the way you look. And so much of that translates into how you look in clothing and how you look in outfits. And so I really wanted to make this video to open up with you guys, share some of my biggest insecurities and how I've gone about quote unquote fixing them. So when I mean fixing them, a lot of it's mental, a lot of it is how I've kind of approached that insecurity both in my own mind as well as like practically, you know, how I've made myself feel more comfortable with that particular insecurity. But I think the biggest thing that I wanted to share from this video is that whether we look super confident in our videos, whether it's, you know, that girl that you're always jealous of because she always looks so perfect on the gram, everybody has insecurities and that's okay and it's a part of being human. But the biggest thing is to work on that insecurity for yourself and so that you can feel better about yourself, because really insecurities are driven by our own minds and our own selves and not really other people. Also, I feel like the media always projects this sort of perfect body type, this sort of perfect look, and so it's really easy for you to, and myself, to look at that and think, damn, that is what I should be looking like, not like this. And so I kind of wanted to challenge that with this video. I hope you guys like it, and let's get right into my first largest insecurity. Simba is currently laying on my lap here for emotional support. So I think that my biggest insecurity, especially growing up, was my face for a couple of different reasons. I grew up in a predominantly Caucasian neighborhood. I didn't have a lot of Asian friends growing up, and my face being more typically Asian, I feel like caused a lot of bullying growing up. There were tons of comments made about my face, most memorably that my face looked like a spoon. I think what they meant is that because my face doesn't have as sharp like cheekbones and brow bones and nose bridge, that my face looked flat. So that was one of the things that really stuck to me. I think I was called that at the age of like 13 onwards, and it's kind of stuck with me as a large insecurity. The biggest thing that's come out of that is actually my nose. I have been so insecure about my nose for so long. Not having a typical Caucasian nose means that you don't have this sort of nose bridge higher point here, and so a lot of things just don't fit your face properly. You look a little bit more like you've got like a round bubble nose on camera. Glasses that I really loved and tried on like never fit my face right, and they'd always just slide down my face. And so I was constantly met with this insecurity of having this flat nose for so long. And I'm not gonna lie, in my earlier videos and when I used to do makeup, I would always try to heavily contour my nose, like just like try to make it look more Caucasian and more prominent. I had considered a rhinoplasty and nose jobs for a while, and I have nothing against people who do rhinoplasty or end up having nose jobs. In fact, I think it's super empowering for those people who have done it. I personally don't think I'll end up doing one. I've learned to kind of love my nose, and I think that that's kind of how I fixed it. I went through the phases of trying to contour and make my nose look a certain way that I wanted it to look and was insecure about it not looking. Then I, you know, considered doing permanent fixes to my nose. But the biggest thing that ended up kind of, I guess, fixing or getting rid of this insecurity of mine was to embrace the fact that I do love my nose. I do love that it's, you know, in the center of my face. I do love that it's got this little ball at the end. My mom has the same nose, so every time that I feel kind of insecure about it, I kind of just think back about, you know, how it kind of represents where I came from, and you know, that it resembles my mom. Don't get me wrong, I still contour my nose and I still like to have a little bit more definition in my face. I'm not hiding behind that fact, but I think that the thing that I did to fix my insecurity of always being worried about my nose was embracing those ideas and those reminders that I love my nose and it represents where I come from. So for those of you who also have a non-conventional Western beautiful nose, or a nose that you're insecure about, I hope that you know that I'm very much with you in that nose insecurity. All right, the second thing that I am the most insecure about has been my upper lip area. So this dates back to, gosh, I think I was like 9 or 10, and I started growing this sort of peach fuzz above my upper lip. And I kid you not, for the greater part of my younger teen childhood, I thought that that made me a boy, and I was convinced that that was the case. I still remember people calling it out, calling me a boy, saying that I had a mustache, and honestly, I look back and I think about how crazy that sounds, but when you're 10, 12, 13, it like makes sense to you. So for me, I don't shy away from the fact that I have peach fuzz. Now I think it's a lot more common knowledge that women develop facial hair too, and that does not in fact make us the opposite sex. But I mean, for me personally, I don't necessarily keep my peach fuzz. For me, I fixed it by at first shaving it, which was wrong when I was in my younger teens, or my later teens rather. And then from there I went on to waxing it, and honestly, it's like a part of female maintenance that I'm not really sure symbolically if I believe in, but nevertheless, I do it. It is the way that I guess I fix this insecurity. I've since ended up getting it lasered off, and so I go for appointments once every year or so to kind of maintain that, so it's kind of disappeared. I still get a bit of it, and I also still get some chin hairs. I just pluck them or shave them off. But I think the biggest thing that I want to get across here was that, one, it is very much normal. And two, there are of course things that you can do to help support those insecurities. Although as I'm filming this, I don't know, I kind of feel very torn between the fact that like I fixed this insecurity, but also the fact that there's nothing wrong with it. So does it really need fixing? Anyhow, I had facial hair. I was very insecure about it for a very long time. And it's something that, you know, a lot of women deal with. All right, the third thing that I am super insecure about is something that I still struggle with. And I would say that it's really nothing or no one that has made me feel insecure about it except for myself. Dave has never mentioned anything about it. I mean, sometimes people will comment about it, but typically it's kind of just myself, and it is my cystic acne. Before filming this video, I was actually applying my makeup, and then I realized that that's kind of backwards, so I stopped midway. I don't know if you guys can tell. You definitely don't see my cystic acne as much right now on camera, but I will insert some B-roll of what my cystic acne has looked like in the past, what it currently looks like. I have done everything. I've used a ton of different products. Some products do work better for my cystic acne than other products. I've definitely played around with a bunch of things, learned a lot about skincare and what's good for my skin. Eventually, nothing was kind of a permanent fix for my cystic acne except for medical usage and prescription. So I was actually on Accutane for a little while. Unfortunately, my dermatologist ended up having to take me off of it, but that was really the only thing that kind of permanently helped with that insecurity. There's actually some things that I'm doing right now that I feel like are really helping my skin, so stay tuned for some videos on that. But I wanted to share that cystic acne is something that, you know, I struggle with. It is something that's, I think, really hard because when you're barefaced and you look at yourself in the mirror, things hurt, things are red, your face is puffier, your face is swollen, and you just don't wake up or ever feel happy with your bare face. And that's something that I've really struggled with. I didn't have acne as a teenager, but definitely got hit really hard with it as an adult. So yeah, I know that it might not look like I have and struggle with cystic acne a lot, but I most definitely do. And it's something that I think a lot of older people older than teenagers deal with, and is not really talked about a lot. And if you struggle with cystic acne or, you know, severe breakouts as well, you know, I'm with you. I didn't think I would have to deal with it, and it's something that I struggle with every single day, something that I think about all the time. So it's an insecurity that I feel like I'm consistently and I'm currently working on, so I don't really have a fix for it beyond, you know, knowing what's going to activate my cystic acne and make it more aggressive, and then things that really help it. So, you know, being more cognizant of those things, you know, what I'm putting into my body, what I'm eating, the ingredients and the products that I'm using, things like that have been really, really helpful for me to kind of manage that insecurity and feel like I'm, you know, working towards fixing it. But I think that the most healthy perspective to look at this particular insecurity is really realizing that it is normal. It is your body's way of defending your skin from bacteria that enters it. I just happen to have a more active skin battlefield. The next thing that I am super insecure about is my teeth. And gosh, this was never a really big thing for me until entering the online and particularly YouTube specifically space. I never really thought twice about my teeth, to be honest with you. I knew growing up that I didn't have braces. I really wanted braces because all of my friends in like grade 8, everybody had braces, and I desperately wanted braces, but both of my parents are entrepreneurs, and both of them didn't have, you know, health insurance to cover braces, and my teeth were healthy, still went to the dentist and all that, but braces just were a little bit too expensive, I think, for my family growing up, so I just didn't get them. And so as a result, my teeth are not perfect at all. I actually have these like 2 little things here, which I'm told are actually cute in Asia. I'm not really sure. If you are from Asia, let me know if that's true. But I think after being on YouTube and, you know, obviously you get those few straggling comments that are a little bit more attacking. I've most definitely received comments about my teeth, how I should spend money to fix my teeth, how my teeth are disgusting, and girl, does that affect your self-esteem? I have never been so insecure about my teeth ever, but I've noticed now that, you know, I smile with my teeth closed or my mouth closed, and I try to hide my teeth, and it's just not something I think is good for me to feel. And my teeth are healthy. I feel good about my teeth. So it's definitely an insecurity that I am currently dealing with, unlike, you know, things like my upper lip hair and my nose that I've kind of like worked on. This is one of those things that, you know, I've contemplated getting Invisalign, but for that, you know, my dentist has said that I need to take out more teeth, and like that's unnecessary just because my mouth is too small to do that. I would have to like take out teeth before I could do Invisalign, and it'd just be a lot of invasive work for really just cosmetic payoff. And, you know, I've thought about doing it, and I may do it in the future, but for now, I think my biggest thing and how I've sort of fixed that insecurity is twofold. One, I try to limit the triggers to that insecurity. So I specifically have filters on my YouTube channel for people who feel the need to really bash in on my teeth. Somehow I still get comments about it. To be honest, I delete them because I'm sorry. I really want it to be an open space here in my community. But if you're gonna attack me about my teeth, I need to do it for myself to kind of delete it and not fixate on that comment. Leaning from there, though, that's, I think, phase one of how I sort of fixed that insecurity. But phase two was really about approaching it with a different mindset. And I knew that this insecurity was specifically triggered by people triggering it. And so instead of just, you know, deleting comments or pretending they didn't exist. Obviously, I still remember them. Obviously, I still think about them. Now I think about a couple things, and I think the mentality shift is really what's fixed that insecurity. And it's one, realizing that people who are saying that are probably hurting themselves. I always say on this channel that kindness doesn't cost a thing, and the reason for that is because it really doesn't. And I try to find a peace in my heart to have compassion for the people who feel the need to really rip on somebody like that. I think that they're probably going through something a lot darker and a lot deeper than what that comment shows. So I try to fill myself with compassion before really, you know, going in on myself and my teeth and the way they look. And then the second thing is laughing it off. I feel like laughing off external triggers to your insecurity and really kind of building up your own confidence on it is kind of where the strength of fixing any and all insecurities are. I feel like the mentality shift that I have, not every day, but on the days that I'm successful at fixing these insecurities, I really just don't care. I think it's the confidence of being like, all right, you think my teeth are ugly. You think I should spend money to fix my teeth. Thank you, but I don't care. And I think that that mentality is kind of the most successful one to kind of fix not just my teeth insecurity, but kind of all insecurities as a whole. Gosh, I could go on forever. I have struggled with a lot of insecurities growing up. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments below if, you know, you guys have had a lot of insecurities growing up as well. But I think the last one that's most notable is my feet. So with my feet, I am 5'6", and I have a size 10, sometimes 10 and a half feet, and have been called, you know, like clown feet and flipper feet and things like that growing up. And my feet are really long and narrow, and my second toe is bigger than my big toe. And honestly, this is not probably the biggest insecurity that I have. Sometimes I feel a little bit weird about it. I trip on myself a lot and I'm really clumsy. But you know what? I was born this way, and gosh knows I am not going to fix the size of my feet or cram my feet into smaller shoes just because some people have called my feet clown feet. So I don't know, I guess it isn't really an insecurity so much as it is a possible insecurity that I overcame really, really quick. Now I kind of just celebrate it. I celebrate the fact that I can typically find shoes in my size, because not a lot of people have size 10 feet. And yeah, I feel like it's not really an insecurity, so I don't know if it should be included in this video. And I have clearly been rambling on for too long. This has been so much fun. I have enjoyed sitting and just chatting with you guys about life. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to let me know and give it a thumbs up. Yeah, this was awesome. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want to chat about, anything else you want to talk about. I would love to know, and I want this to be a safe and open space, what insecurities that you guys had growing up. I feel like one of the other big things that I've used to kind of overcome my insecurities has been talking about it and really just opening up and owning that insecurity. I feel like owning your vulnerability really makes you a lot stronger, and is one of the reasons why I wanted to film this video with you guys. One, because you guys just make me feel really safe and really comfortable, and I feel open and great and confident in sharing my insecurities with you guys. But if you guys feel open and comfortable with it as well with me, I would love to know what insecurities you guys have struggled with in the comments below. I am here for you guys. I am also very much human and definitely struggle with, you know, real life things as well. I know we typically chat about the fun things of fashion and style and travel on this channel, but I don't know. I feel like to celebrate us being here and our family growing here on this YouTube channel, I kind of just wanted to break it down, be a little bit more open with you guys, and share something that I know that we all go through in some way or another in our lives. And if you're new to the Inspired family, fancy seeing you on this video. We typically do fashion videos and lifestyle videos, but this one is a little bit of a heart-to-heart. We hope you'll join us for a little bit longer and subscribe. OG Inspired Fam, you guys are the real reason why I feel like this about myself. I think that you guys have given me so much confidence in the past couple of years. Our growing family has made me feel so great and so comforted. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, so having you guys all as virtual friends has made such a big difference. Anyhow, with that, I hope you guys are owning your insecurities. I hope that you guys like this video. I hope you guys have an inspiring rest of your day. Remember, kindness doesn't cost a thing, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!